Okay, so in this box we have a Wells Gardner K4900 and a Wells Gardner K7000. Now both of these have been returned to me because I sent them to somebody and they sat for a year or so and they're finally getting around to testing them out. They were just being used as spares, so now it's been a year or so and they're needing to be used because the chassis that are currently being operated have developed issues, so he went to grab his spares here that I repaired for him in the past and put them in, and the K7000 is in shutdown. Now it originally was in shutdown and he sent it to me to get it checked out, and I think I wasn't able to duplicate the issue or something, and I ran it for like 8 hours and it didn't shut down on me once. So I did the normal rebuild, sent it back, and apparently he plugged it in. After 30 seconds it's into shutdown again. So I don't know if it's something with the chassis or something on his end, but we're going to take it out, inspect it, and hook it up, and without doing anything to it, we're going to just hook it up, run it, and see if it goes into shutdown and see what's happening. And then, of course, we'll check the shutdown pot and make sure it's adjusted properly and things like that. But the K4900 apparently is completely dead. Now, I got it working. It was working fine. I tested it for 8 hours like I do with everything. Sent it off to him, and it sat there for a year, a little over a year. And when he went to test it, it did not work. It's totally dead, no neck glow, no high voltage, no nothing. So I don't know if something got bad in shipping or something went bad with it while it was sitting on the shelf. I don't know. So we have a 4900 that's totally dead to figure out, and a K7000 that's going into shutdown to figure it out. Now, depending on what's wrong, we probably have to break these up into 2 different videos, but maybe we can get these both knocked out in one video. We'll find out here. So that being said, let's go ahead and open this up, see what we got. This appears to be the 4900. We'll start with that one because it may be something very easy. And we'll go back over and check my work and see what we get. Alright, so with this out, let's set the box down. Okay. And yeah, it's been rebuilt, new flyback, and of course we got the evidence of me working on it with the purple caps here. Now I am curious about why this is disconnected. This is the RGB and whatnot info to the neck board, but this being unhooked, it won't cause it to be dead, so I'm not really too worried about that. But that's hard to get off of there. It's almost like that was taken off on purpose. But okay, initial inspection doesn't really show anything here. Oh, well, here's your problem. The board's cracked. I would say that that's a problem. Now, I don't know. Obviously, that's an issue. Is it the issue? I don't know, because it's also cracked down here. I didn't send it to him that way, obviously, so either it happened in shipping when I sent it back and he failed to notice this, or this happened when he just shipped it to me. Now, I don't think that's what happened when it got shipped to me. This whole board, look at this board. Look at this. It's like, whoop, whoop. This was not like this when I sent this to this person. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that this person did this. I'm saying that it wasn't like this when I sent it to him. So I don't know if this happened when I shipped it to him in, a year plus ago, or if this happened when he shipped it to me just now. I don't know. But it's completely warped, and it's smashed broken here and smashed broken here. So I don't know if this got, if I was a betting man, I say that this got dropped, boom. This got dropped, boom, and hit this corner and cracked this, and that's what caused the board to flex, and the vibration cracked down here as well. You can see how this is bent like this. If I was a betting man, I'd say absolutely that this thing got dropped on its side like that. And wait a minute. This chassis was recapped by Q 31322. That's not me. And this is absolutely one that I've previously worked on with these purple stripes on the caps. So I wonder if I probably recapped this after whoever this Q person was. But I am 100% positive that this got dropped, boom, on its side like that. Oh, this side. Boom, this got dropped on the side, and you can look at it and see that this is bent in, the whole board is flexed, and yeah, so man, I don't know. I can fix this, but yeah. This is going to be a good one. Wow. Well, I don't know how this happened, but this board got dropped and caused all this carnage. The question though is, can we fix it? I gotta be able to bend it back and snap this back in place here, and it's not working out too well. Oops, sorry about that. So we're going to have to figure out how we can man, I'm not sure if I can do this. See, the board collapsed underneath itself over here, and you know, I can't keep this in frame. I can't zoom in and keep it in frame because I'm moving it around all over the place. Sorry about that. But this got moved, and the problem is the board went underneath itself here. I mean, it's cracked all the way across, all the way down here, across this. It's cracked from here all the way across here to this leg of R312. So I don't know how this got dropped and damaged like this, but it obviously did. So nothing that I did to it. That's what I was worried about. Whenever I get something sent back to me, which isn't very often, I always worry if it's something I did. But, you know, obviously it left me in working condition, or I wouldn't have sent it out. So, yeah, this is... I may not be able to get this to sit back in place with the way the board's tweaked. I gotta bend it out that way to get this to sit back flat, because this part of the board is now overlapping this part of the board. This is overlapping this part, so I have to kind of bend it out to get it to sit flat against each other, and it's proving difficult. And I may not be able to, but for the sake of rigidity and structural integrity, this is what I want to try and do here. And I can't do this and keep it in frame here. It's going to be about as good as I can get it, unfortunately. Wonder if I can snap it back from the top side. Not really. Yeah, that's about as good as it's going to get there. Well, okay, I guess what we'll do is we'll just go ahead and fix it the way that it is. It's about all I can do. So, we're going to have to do a lot of, turn my fan on here, a lot of scraping. See there, and all of this. And we'll start with that. Let's put this screw back in. And I gotta clean off this fiberglass pen. You gotta clean out the fiberglass as you go, because you'll end up setting your arm down and getting half this fiberglass in your arm. And unlike those other brushes that you see on Amazon that are red and yellow, they're not real fiberglass. This is an actual real fiberglass pen that you use to scratch paint off cars. So that stuff will get all over the place if you don't stay on top of it while you're working on it. So it looks like this here is all one trace that we can fix, and then this doesn't go anywhere. This cap feeds across this resistor, so that's all okay. So what we need to do is we can just do this. Oh, that disappeared completely. Great. Now while that's like that, we'll fix this. And this poor little guy here needs to bend over. Yeah, we're gonna have to use some component legs to really strengthen that up, but for now that's back together. But it's cracked all down here. Looking at this at an angle, it goes all along here, across this right there, straight to this. So we're going to have to fix this. Which we can just put some solder across that one. So okay, that's good. But is that it? I mean, that very well could be it if we were to grab the meter that's not in here. Ugh. Sorry, working on a Back to the Future pinball machine in the other room, and I was using my meter to troubleshoot some stuff, so. Okay, now if we bring out this stuff here, so this is ground. That should run through here to here. Around this way, I mean, it's all ground. Hang on. That's ground. That's not ground. It follows through here, yeah, around this way. I don't know. Okay, yeah, it's good. All right. So we've patched that. Now that's all ground trace. Let's make sure this is touching that, which should be, yeah. Okay, so now we need to make sure this goes through over to here, and it does. And this side of that capacitor should run through over to here, and it does. So I think that's the extent of the damage over here. Do some more quick looking around. Yeah, I think that's the extent of the damage over here. Now, let's grab, do I have any bigger component legs here? Let's grab, let's grab this HOT. Let's grab an HOT here. And let's use an HOT leg to beef this up. Cut it right there. That still gives me plenty to put through the board. So okay, that's good. I think that will work. Now, with that rigid there, I think we'll be okay just leaving that there as just a big solder bridge. I say that, but it's not mine. It's for somebody else, so let's do it the proper way. Let's grab a width cap here to see what we can use a width cap leg. Let's grab one of these. There we go, that should be all right. I realize we're a bit too far in. There we go. Okay, well, I think that about fixes that. Now, we got to worry about this. We can... See, again, the board has fallen, this part caved in and went on top of this part, so I just don't know how we can really fix that. There's not going to be any way to really do that. If I can try and smash it down from the top side here. Maybe. No, not really. So we're going to have to fix this. Well, see, your HOT is right here. And the reason it's totally dead is because you have this leg of the HOT completely out of the circuit. So that'll do it. But, man, I guess we're just going to have to... Oh, is that what fell? There it is. I thought something fell. We're going to have to just do it the old-fashioned way here and use the component leg because I can't get these to even out. Okay. Yeah, I don't want to use that. That's got oxidized legs on it. Let's grab one that we know is going to be fine. There we go. Did that not? Time for some new cutters. Okay, I think that'll be good. And why is it? I don't like that spark gap there. There should be a bigger gap, and it's not. Because that moved on me. There we go. I don't like that spark gap, so we'll try again. Sorry about that. Like I say, it's hard to zoom in and stay in frame when I'm moving this all around. Okay, I think that'll work. Let's check it. Okay, that goes to our horizontal deflection coil, or not deflection, I'm sorry, horizontal drive coil. Horizontal drive coil is right here, right here. Horizontal drive transformer, T350. That's horizontal drive transformer, and this goes right through to that. So, so if we go from here along the trace to here, Alright, so that's good. And we don't have any flexion on it. That's good. Now we need to do this. Bazinga. So that's good, but I'd like to go ahead and still add a component leg on there. We'll just do this. We don't need a big one, just something for a little more structural integrity. There we go. I'm surprised that the owner of this didn't notice this. Seems like something fairly obvious that you'd see when you go to try to install it, or you know, if you plug it in and it doesn't turn on, you'd think, okay, well, let me take a look at it. And man, this jumped right out at me. This took a hit, pretty good hit. So I have to make sure that we protect it pretty well when we ship it back. So, okay, well, I would have to say that that's probably going to fix our problem. Does it go through? Yep, that's fine. The board is broken here, but there's no trace. This is all just jumpers. So let's take another quick look over everything and make sure we're good. It's already been reflowed, although I do see some spots I'd like to hit here. Just some spots that you don't normally necessarily have to reflow, but it's never a bad idea. Just these little transistors here. And this test point 91. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that that will get us going here. Something, it's already been rebuilt, so a little quick and easy repair here, hopefully. We'll test our fuses, but everything looks okay. From the bottom side, anyway. So, alright, let's test our fuses. Well, fuse singular. I keep thinking of G07 with multiple fuses. Is our fuse good? Yep. Fuse is fine. Let's do our light bulb test. To do our light bulb test, we can remove this jumper here, which isolates our power supply from our horizontal section. Okay. Man, this is just no, sir, I don't like it. Because when you go to screw it in, it's going to reflect itself. It should, I mean, when it's installed in the chassis or in the frame, it should straighten itself out and be rigid and secure, but I don't know how this happened. It obviously, very obviously got dropped or kicked or hit or something, but yeah. Nothing that I was responsible for, I'll say that. That makes me feel better, because I always, like I say, I always worry when I get stuff sent back. Doesn't happen very often. It's happened a couple of times, but so far that I can recall, it hasn't been anything that was my fault. That's what I'm always worried about. Like, hey, I got this chassis, you fixed it, and it doesn't work. Okay, well, let's troubleshoot, see what we got going on. Sometimes I can talk the person into, oh, well, you forgot to hook up the DAG wire or something like that. But whenever they say, no, everything's fine, I should have asked for pictures on this, because that would have certainly shown what the issue was. Look how bent that is. Holy crap. Both sides of this are bent. Ugh. I can't even, I don't know what happened. It's like the box got crushed or something. Look how bent out that is. That's, That's crazy. I don't want to crack the board any more than it is, and it all seems okay over here. But man, that's just... Ugh. I don't even know how you would install it in a frame. It's so bent on this side. I don't even know how you would... Man. Well, I don't want to damage it. Well, when we test it on the actual tube, we'll see how it fits in there, but... Okay, anyway. Light bulb test. Here we go. So we take that jumper out, and we hook up our 60-watt incandescent light bulb, and frame, jumper, and the B plus is regulated on this, so there's no adjustment. And if I recall, 120, is that right on the 4900? It's been a long time. If I recall correctly. So we'll hook our meter to the ground as well. We'll grab another lead, which my red lead is in there on the Back to the Future machine, so we'll just grab another black one. It's all good. And I believe we go to the leg of this resistor here that's furthest away from the regulator, and we'll find out here. If not, I'll swap it around. Alright, so we're hoping to see the light bulb light up and be around 120 somewhere. Alright, here we go. 1, 2, 3. Yep. Okay, I'm on the wrong side. 143. So I'm on the wrong side of this here. That's the unregulated. This should be 120. 128. Okay, well, I'm not exactly sure if it's supposed to be 128. I thought it was 120. Let me look it up here real quick. It's been way too long. Hang on a second. If you guys aren't aware, you can go to Arcade Parts and Repair, and we'll click on menu, and we'll go to B plus settings, and we'll go down here to 4900. It's supposed to be 130. Okay, and we read 128.6, so B plus is good. Okay, well, I mean, I guess that's going to fix it, so let's grab an actual picture tube and fire this puppy up, and I'll bet you it'll work. So I don't understand how this happened. All I can imagine is that either it got literally dropped in shipping, or stepped on, or it fell off a shelf and got crushed on both sides. This got crushed on both sides because this is bent in, that's totally bent in, and you can just look here and see the gap in there. So yeah, I don't understand how this really could have happened without the owner of this knowing or witnessing or have it be obvious. I don't know, but very damaged. So regardless, and don't get me wrong, don't get me wrong, easy for me to say, I say it so fast. Don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to come off like a bad person. It may sound like that, like, hey, this guy should have noticed this. Well, no, I mean, you can overlook stuff. I don't want to sound like I'm being a jackass necessarily. I just want to get the point across that it may not be that obvious to everybody. I have seen this many times, so it's a bit obvious, but general inspection should have shown, you take a couple of looks at this, you just take it and turn it over and go, holy crap, the board's cracked. I mean, that's what I did, but not everybody knows what to look for, and it's not always obvious to everybody. So don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to put down the person that owns this. I'm not trying to sound like, an a-hole, but if I come across that way, I apologize. That's not my intent. I have a tendency to come across in a bad way, but I don't mean to. What is all that jazz? What's all this? Is it glue? That's some type of glue. Okay, that's weird. Not sure about that, but All right, let's grab a picture tube and see what is going on here, and I'll be right back. Well, it didn't work because, as you'd expect, I missed at least one crack here. So going back over and looking, there is another crack up this way that starts here, and it runs up through this way, and it's cracked right across this trace here. So this flyback pin, whatever it's for, is not making contact. I did check. Let's see here. Oh, and of course I probably heard some of you guys screaming at the screen, but I did solder that jumper back in before I tried it. So, but if you notice here, from this point to here is good, but this point to here, not good. So it's cracked across here. What about this trace here? That runs through down over to here. That's fine. Okay. So right here's fine. I don't understand. Let's see how I'm getting continuity here on this trace. So we got to fix that. We'll have to fix this. That's fine. So, man, we're going to have to do it here. Here. And across, just all the way across here, like so. There we go. Sorry, my lead was in the way. That's what we're going to have to fix there. Jeez, man, I tell you. These boards, when they get cracks in them, they're never fun. Okay. Now these, we should be able to just simply use the solder to bridge all these. Now this one's cracked down here. There we go. All right. Okay, well, let's go ahead and ring out the flyback pins here now. Probably should have done that before. And let's go ahead and test our HOT. We know our fuse is okay, but the HOT wasn't actually getting through the fuse here, so... Okay, fuse is fine. Actually, HOT, let's check that. Negative lead on the center pin, like anything else, or any other HOT. And then we go to each outer leg should be 0.45 voltage drop. 4.8, okay, another one. 4.8, okay, so that's fine. Now let's check our continuity on all these. So here up to here, good. Here to there and down here. Uh-oh. We got another crack. Jeez, good Lord. Where is that one cracked at? I don't even see it. But if we follow this trace... Okay, so it has to be somewhere up here. Because see how this rings to there and that rings to there. But if we go through here to this, nothing. But those rings, so somewhere... This goes to here, but if you follow this around, here to here, nothing. But here to here, Good. Through this way, here to here, good. But here to here, oh, there, nothing. So somewhere between here and here, we're cracked. And I don't see it. There we go. Yeah, it's right here somewhere. I gotta change. If you guys weren't aware, inside these things is when you get one is a spare. You pull this out. There's a spare one in here. Well, if I can get it out of there. You hear it? I can't get it out of there. Oh, because I'm a dumbass. Pull the... There it is. Oh, man. Now, how do I get it through the... I guess you just do that. All right. Well... Oh, there it is. There it is. It's right. It's right here. I don't know if you can see it, but it's right there. So, great googly moogly. Does it go through now? Here to here? Yep. Well, it's a miracle. Jeez. Let's check these again. Yes. 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 Yep. 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 Yes. Yep. Yes. Yep. This is all ground. Yep. Here to here. Good. Yep. Good. Okay. Is that all we're going to find? Okay, well, take number 2. All right, so here we go for attempt number 2. We got our anode, neck, yoke is hooked up, ground, video. For TPG is no remote board. All of the pots are on the board. And speaking of pots, there are 3 different versions of the K4900. There's the 3-pot, the 4-pot, and the 5-pot. As you can see, there are 4 adjustment pots there. We don't count the horizontal hold or the brightness pot because those are on every 4900. But this one's 4 pots there. Some of them have 3, some of them have 4, and some have a 5th pot over there for vertical position. So depending on which of these you have, it requires a specific yoke. So this is the correct yoke for the 4-pot version, and I'll put a link down below for the specifics and technical aspects of the 3 different versions of stuff so you can learn about that. But for now, let's go ahead and turn this on, and fingers crossed it works this time. I don't know. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. No. It's on. System's running, but we get nothing. More cracks. Wow. Holy crap. You know it wouldn't be that easy. Push on it. Nope. Nothing. How about over here? Oh, and by the way, it does install just fine. The screws go in just fine, even though it's all bent and everything. It does work. So, well, back hunting we go. Okay, well, I went through and found, I think, 4 more cracks. Well, 1 crack, but 4 more places that had to be fixed. So we did the continuity, and you saw everything checked out. However, I was a bit mystified because everything was ringing out that should have rung out, but it wasn't powering up. So I went through and went point to point, and while I was point to point holding the meter leads on there, I was just moving the flyback. I ended up finding the problem. So, well, more than one problem, but so there was this long crack through this way. It goes all the way through around here like this. So even though these two were on the same ground plane, it really didn't need to be fixed, but the crack that was through here, I went ahead and fixed that. But the main problem was there was this crack right here. So it checked out. So we had continuity from here down through this previous repair right here, down through to here. However, it wasn't, when this thing was flipped around like this, it had continuity. When I flipped it around this way, I would lose continuity. I go like this, continuity. So the weight of this thing sitting in the frame and flexing out this way when I installed it would open up that trace. So that's why it had continuity on the bench, but not working when it was in the frame. So I had to fix it here. I had to fix it here, I had to fix it here, and I had to fix it up here because it was a crack across this too, a very minute one. So it was 1, 2, 3, 4 more places I had to fix this. So now it should be good. So is this the third try? I think it's the third try. But whatever try it is, we'll get it back on the tube again for whatever try this is, and we will see if it works now. So here we go. All right, so I think this is the third try. I can't recall, but if it is, maybe hopefully third time's a charm. We'll find out. We got everything hooked back up again, TPG ready to go, so let's turn it on. And again, fingers crossed, it should work now, but only one way to find out. So here we go, 1, 2, 3. Yes, okay, I was about to lose my mind if that didn't work. This is a bit of an old tired tube, so let's see what we get. Anything? Oh, hey, vertical hold. I think is, which one is vertical hold here? That is the third one. And we will adjust that, and well, we'll try anyway here. There we go. Nice. Okay. Let me play around with some settings here and see what we can do. We got to do H shift, which is I can never remember which one of these stupid pots are what here. H shift is the very far right one. Okay. That's all the way that way. And we'll have to move it's vertical. We want to move horizontal to the left. Nope, other way. This one. Okay. And yeah, it's working. Let's do focus. Oh, focus is good. Okay, well, it works. Do we have RGB? Let's flip the button. Yep, we sure do. And I think our vertical size is too high because we got the tearing on the top. That's also could be indicative of a TPG issue. I've seen that before where the TPG causes that, not necessarily an actual PCB issue, but we'll decrease the vertical size, and yeah, it's staying with the TPG. So I'll use a real PCB, make sure that, well, speaking of which, let's try it. Hang on, just to rule it out, let's grab, what are we going to grab here? Let's grab, can't do this one. Okay, we'll grab MK2 here. And let's move this stuff. I don't want to show what this is yet. This is for another video. Oh, okay. Now, MK2. We'll just kind of hot swap this on here. Never do this, but I'm an amateur. Okay. That's on there. Now we need to grab our little interface deal here and switch this out. That up to here. I am not going to be able to do this quickly using only one hand here. Nope, it's backwards. Hang on. Okay, there we go. However, my video ground's coming loose here. There we go. Hey, and it works. And look, no lines. So yeah, that is indicative of a battery failing on the TPG. And let me get you on the actual tripod real quick. Hang on. All right, and I finally wised up and put my overhead light facing the other direction. So now we can actually do this and not have that blinding light on our face. So we need to decrease our vertical size. Hang on, that's... There we go. And let's turn up our brightness a little bit. Whoop, too much. We're way too red. Turn up our green a little bit. And blue a little bit. That's underneath. It's always the hard one to get to. There we go. That's not bad. Well, yeah, we're too bright. This tube's old and tired, that's why it's a test tube, but it's not looking too bad. Yeah. Let's start a game here. We do have a little bit of fold over on the top, but I don't think that's caps. I think that that might be something different. Let's decrease our vertical size. That'll tell us. Yeah. I'm not 100% sure that's a cap problem. I think that's an issue with this tube, or this yoke. Because I don't recall this having that. I wouldn't have sent it out to him if it had that problem. See, now we're fine up here. See, that's fine. So, yeah, I'm not sure that's a chassis issue. But we need to move our horizontal shift again. That's not bad. Let's make sure our width is functional. Wherever that went. Width tools. And it's going to be fun trying to get in there and adjust that. It always is. Yep, that's working. Nice. Okay. So, I think we're good. Let me start moving stuff around. Alright, so I'm going to wiggle the sides here. By the flyback, that's good. Other side over here, no issues. Let me wiggle the flyback itself a little bit. Yep, nothing. Neck board, tap on that, nothing. I'd say we're good, boys and girls. What do you think? Doesn't look too good in the camera, but like I say, it's mostly a tube issue because this tube is... I keep these tubes that are good for testing, I keep them around, but the tubes that are really nice I put in the machines and, you know, keep them for myself. But so yeah, this could take a lot more time and effort to get dialed in and looking really good. But for the purposes of the video, easy for me to say, this is now repaired. So we had a number of cracks in the board. It just took effort to find them all, and once we found them all and got them all fixed, it's back and running. So I think because of how long this took, we're going to do the 7000, the K7000 in a separate video. I'm hoping that's one's going to be a little bit easier. Not that this was difficult, but and we got that line up there again. I'm half tempted to try this on a different PC, a different tube. Oh, it's a hold. It's a hold issue. It's not caps. It's not caps. Because if I adjust the vertical hold, that line goes away. Yeah, where's the linearity pot? Where is that stupid linearity pot? It's the linearity pot. Where is it at? Vertical damp, they call it. Let's adjust that linearity pot. There it is. See, that's why I'm an amateur, because I forgot about the linearity pot. There we go. No more line. Fantastic. Okay. Yeah, all right. And that didn't look too bad. I gotta say, it's a little dim, but again, that's the tube, so nice. All right, well, I'll let the owner of this know that I've got this one fixed, and I'll work on the 7000 next, and stay tuned for that. And again, thanks for watching.